Hello and welcome to this special training. My name is Yahya MA and today I'm going to show you a game-changing way to simplify your studies and crush your next exams. If you have ever struggled with having too much to read and too little time, forgetting everything you studied before the exam, or feeling unprepared because you don't know what questions will be asked, this training is for you. And by the end of this video, you will learn how to use your lecture notes like a personal tutor to simplify hard topics, stay organized, and study smarter, not harder anymore. So now, let's get started. Actually, studying can feel really overwhelming. You have got so much to read and so little time. Maybe you have tried reading and highlighting, but by the time exams come around, it just feels like you have forgotten almost everything. Or you spend hours making notes from slides you used to study, only to realize you are not even sure what will come up during exam. Does it sound familiar? You see, the good news is it doesn't have to be this way actually now. There is a new proven way. Yes. What if there is a way to study faster, to quickly summarize your lecture note and understand even the hardest concept in minutes? Not only that, generate questions to test yourself and in fact even predict what might come up during exam. Is it not a nice thing? Like you are going to predict what is going to be asked during exam and get the question. Isn't it going to help you pass your exam with ease? So that is what I'm about to show you using a powerful AI tool that I'm going to introduce it to you just a second. You see, there are various AI tools that you can use to chat with your lecturers, but majority of them are just rubbish actually. But the one I'm going to explain to you about for the sake of training and for the sake of your study and for the sake of everything is what is called a chat PDF. Yes, that's right, chat PDF. And that's what we'll be using in order to communicate with our lecture note. Not only our lecture note, but also a textbook. So what is chat PDF? So it is just like having a personal tutor in your pocket. Yeah, as simple as that. This tool allows you to interact with your PDFs. Simple. Whether it is a lecture slide, textbooks, or even any kind of notes. You can ask questions, get summaries, and even generate practice questions. So without wasting much time, I'm going to go into my browser and show you practically how you can do all these things I'm explaining. So now let's go to Chrome. As you can see my Chrome above here. So I'm going to click on it. Actually Google Chrome is the best for this. So let's go to let's check. All right, so I'm in the Google Chrome now. I'm going to type chatpdf.com. Chat, all right, chatpdf.com. Yes, once you finish here, you click on enter. So that's how the site look like. That is how the site look like. As you can see, there is a place where they say upload PDF. What you are expected to do here, that is where you are going to click and upload the PDF or the textbook or anything you wanted to chat with. So that is it. And if you, as you can see above here, it is where you can click and sign in. So you can go there and sign once you enter here. So without wasting much time, let's get a PDF and upload here. So for the sake of this training, I'm going to be using a PDF I've been sharing with you guys in the group that reveal 6 strategies of studying a lecture slide. So without wasting much time, let's just upload. Okay, document. Okay, let me look at it. Okay, this can be different from your own phone. Actually, your own phone can be something different, but you know how to do this. Okay, so now here is the book. I just click on it. So I will wait for it to finish uploading. So now, as you can see, this is what you are going to see. You are going to see something like this. You are going to see something like this. In fact, even far better than this. Yes, in fact, you'll see something better than this if your phone is bigger than this one. So this is just it. This is a welcoming address. It started by telling you that we are excited to share with you the insightful guide titled 6 best strategies of blah 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 by whatever. So that is how you are going to see it whenever you upload a lecture note. And one more important thing is that whenever you upload a lecture note or any kind of PDF, you are going to see some sample questions that you may want to ask your lecture note or textbook. And these are the ones. This one or this one or this one. All of them reveal a kind of question that you may find it important. You may want to know exactly what this question they are asking. So what you are going to do here is you read the questions and see if they are in line with what you wanted to understand or what you wanted to know from the lecture slide. So let's assume this is my lecture note and I'm heading for an exam, like write exam for it. Instead of reading through it every page, I may decide to ask, like, to summarize some part of it. Like I may ask to summarize the 6 strategies for strategies of studying lecture slide. Let me write. I may say something like, can you, or let's just say summarize the 6 strategies of studying a lecture slide. Alright, okay, let's just leave it like this. Summarize 6 strategies of studying a lecture slide. So I can just have a sneak peek looking at them. So here is it. So here I don't need to go through the PDF, like the guide, for me to understand what it entails. All I need to do is just to do this. And once I have a kind of a simple understanding of something, I can enter exam with confidence, because no matter what they ask you, you know it must be within this place and you understand at least even small. So even you have a short time period to prepare for an exam, you can follow this simple process and just enter exam with the little idea you have. You can write as many things as possible, just together with what you already know. So here is it. You see, the first strategy is skim the outline. Second, take note. 3, use diagram. 4, break it down. So together with the little explanation that summarize the whole things. So this is very important thing. So the next thing you may want to know is simplifying some hard topics or concept. You may be reading, like as you are started reading, then you find out that there are some places or one important point that you didn't understand clearly. You can bring it up and then ask the PDF here, and it will explain itself to you clearly. So for example, let's look at something that sound somehow difficult and ask about it. Okay, so how can we? Alright, so let's just do this. Let's assume skim the outline is something that we didn't understand. So I may ask something like, since now I want to know how to understand a hard topic or a kind of hard concept. So I may say something like, skim the outline in a simple term. Let's say explain skim the outline in a simple terms. You see, this is just it. Alright, so that is how you can ask when you have something very tough, very hard in your lecture note in simple way. So you can just ask. Let's just ask and see what will be explanation. Okay, you see, in just a seconds you get your explanations. Skim the outline means to quickly look over the main topics and headings of your lecture slide before you start studying them in detail. Wow, so as you can see, what a nice stuff. You see, that is why this method of studying is the one you need, especially if you are looking for the easiest way of studying. In fact, if you are a lazy student, this method of studying will fit you well, actually, because nowadays if you say you will be a hard worker, like you will just be doing hard work, you will just be left behind, actually, because things are getting easier. All right, so that is just it. Imagine if this one is a very hard concept that is in your lecture note that you find very difficult. How can you do? Just just apply this process, and then you are good to go. So the next thing, now we have look at how we can summarize the concept, the main section. Now we look at how to get a simplified explanation of a hard concept or hard topic. So the next thing now we are going to look at is how to generate a practice questions from our lecture note. So how can we do that? So here is a simple way. Now it depends on the kind of question you wanted to create. So let's assume we wanted to create a multiple choice questions, that is objective question. That is the majority of questions they used to ask us, like CBT or what have you. So I can say something like create like three is okay, I think. Create 3 multiple choice questions on strategy 1. Yes, this is important, like it will help me to see that whether I understand that strategy very well. So it will provide me with multiple choice questions that I can test myself, test my understanding of that particular strategy. You can apply this procedure to any kind of lecture, to any kind of concept you wanted to cement in your head. All right, so let's just go ahead and see what is going to be our answer. All right, so here is it. Wow, very nice. Here are 3 multiple choice questions based on the scheme, the outline strategy. You see, so strategy 1 as a topic, I just consider it as topic. So now it brings some like a questions that I can use to test myself how good I am in understanding this particular strategy. So the first question, it says, what is the primary purpose of skimming the outline of lectures light? You see, so then you find the answer. So you see, it even provides me with the correct answer B. So you see, second question, how does skimming the outline help students during their study session? You see, and the options are there. What should students do after skimming the outline? So can you see? And the options are here already. So that is a simplest way to generate practice question to test your understanding of your lecture note or any of your reading material. In fact, you can use textbook and do the same thing. In fact, there is a story I wanted to tell you about. There was a time in our class, a kind of lecturer will give a presentation and demand us to provide like 15 multiple choice questions, like objective questions, 15 or 20 or so. So you see many students or many groups. In our groups, it is a presentation groups. In our groups, many people just keep quiet and they just do nothing. Because I happen to be a group leader, so I asked them to provide their questions for this and that. Everyone just kept quiet, and time is fast approaching, and we have a lot to read because it is around like we're about to start the exam. So I just remember with this strategy because I used to forget, things when you're in school, things will just get hard. You forget with things, many important things. So I just remember with this procedure, I just quickly come here and upload the presentation document we have created that we are going to submit it to the lecturer. Then I just ask the presentation document to provide me with some questions, and that is how I generated, like, I think how many questions, 15 questions, and then just submitted it in just a minute or a second without wasting my time or any other people's time. So that is very important something. You can use this to do a lot of things. So this is this for this one. So now as we can see, we have seen how to summarize a kind of a section or even the overall lecture note. We also have understand how we can be able to understand any kind of hard concept or hard topic in our lecture note. Also, we understand how to generate practice question to test our understanding. So what are we going to do next? Now let's go back to those struggles that many students face that I just mentioned to you earlier. Students usually have that complaint, too much to read, not enough time. But here, this tool, ChatPDF, can help you summarize even long and like bulky PDFs in seconds. So that means what? You don't have to spend like long hours just reading a single lecture note. Because of what? You can just upload it here and get a summary of it and get the general understanding of it all. Yes, this is very, very important something. Another struggle that many students, like another challenge that students face, is forgetting everything before exams. So how can this chat with their lecturer help them? Is with clear summaries and practice questions. I think any student will be able to retain information better, will be able to retain what they have read better. So I think this is a very good something. Another challenge that many students face is what? Feeling unprepared or not sure about the exam question. What exam going to come? What are the exam question would be? So you see now, by generating questions from your lecturers that mimic the kind of question they used to ask, I think a student will be able to feel confident in himself. Especially if the student generate as multiple questions as possible and practice them well. I don't think the student will feel anything less than confident in his exam. So that's very, very something that is very, very important for students. Also, this tool works hand in hand with your current method. Whether you are making notes, highlighting, reading and highlighting from your lecture slide, or even watching tutorials videos from YouTube or whatever, it doesn't replace your effort or your ability in your study. It just makes you a kind of smarter and more effective. That's just it. Yes, it comes not to replace anything that you are doing that is good. So that is just this about this. So now that you have seen how powerful chatting with your lecture note is, it is time to put in action too. What I wanted you to do is simple. Choose one of your lecture note or lecture slide or textbook from your phone. Upload it to ChatPDF and ask for a summary or practice questions. Spend just 10 to 15 minutes exploring its features. Yes, simple. And one thing to remember, this is just the beginning. With consistent use, you will save time, understand hard topics, and walk into your exams feeling confident and prepared. So now, if you have any questions or need help, feel free to reach out in my DM. Let's crush those exams together. I'm always there and here to help. And this, what I just tell you, is an assignment, and I'm expecting you to submit it in my DM. So that is it for this now. I hope you understand one or two things or three things from this video. Have a nice time, and I wish you all the best.